Crafty Babes, Andrea here with Retro Hip Magazine. I get to share with you issue number 10. I'm really excited about this magazine because it is January. It is a beautiful color scheme and there are really fun printables and add-ons I'm really excited to share with you. And I will be giving you just a quick look inside the magazine so that you get a better idea of what kind of content is inside. And obviously, if you do not want to see inside, if you really love it being a surprise when you get this in the mail or when you download it yourself, you do not have to watch this, but maybe you can skip forward and then I can show you the printables. Whatever works for you. Either way, there are some babes who are really curious about what's going on in here, and I am here to show you. This is the physical version. This is the physical copy. It comes printed for you from Blurb Magazine. You can order it starting on my website at retrohipco.com/shop. You can also find links in the bios if you're watching this on IGTV. Okay, let's get started. So this is the physical version, which feels just like a magazine. The pages are smooth and crisp, and when you open it up, you get our first pattern paper. I've been really enjoying doing a typewriter pattern paper, and this one is all about starting in January, consistency, and just goals, and just very motivational. And then here, it's the it's the intro page. It's like, the official, hey, here's who's part of this, a little letter from me. And if you sign up for a membership through my website, also, you can be part of the Crafty Babe crew membership. And that means that there are perks around this magazine. It's basically a subscription, and then on the months that we don't release a magazine, you will receive a video and some printable coordinating downloads. We have the table of contents where we're sharing some little peeks at what is going to be in the issue, and page numbers, just like a legit magazine. Here we have another pattern paper, and just information for you. When you buy the digital copy, all of the the PDF is print ready, so you can print whichever pages you want. You can print the whole thing and make your own kind of magazine with it. You can just select the pages that have printable pieces on them. And if you buy the physical version, when you get the magazine, there's a little code inside here on the table of contents that shows you where you can find the printables that you can print, because you don't really want to rip and tear out of the magazine. And so I provide a complimentary printables download for you so that you can have a good, clean copy of all of these things digitally, so that you can reprint them as many times as you like. Here are basically what crafty articles are going to look like. And they're going to be mixed in with some pattern papers. And we feature all kinds of really fun other companies and scrapbooking companies, and we love to give big shout outs to companies and designers and manufacturers who are doing wonderfully creative things for our industry and helping us create all kinds of wonderful things. Some more of the crafty articles. These are all for paper crafting. Another pattern paper, and then sometimes we'll put in little articles where we'll ask the design team for some information, some tips or something regarding the theme. And then other times we'll have little articles or tips, more pattern paper here. This is Illustrated Faith, and their print and pray shop give us tips for Bible journaling, the section starter for the faith and art section. And then we have a couple of Bible journaling articles with projects, always with the Crafty project, so that you can take the info, look at the pieces, figure out what you like about them, and then you can make them for yourself. Here are the printables. This is the entire printables section, and we start out with 2 3x4 cards here. One says simple, and the other one is a grid. The other 4 that are on the other page are a couple of pattern papers, and then one says now is a great time, and then this one says start. And this one and the simple is to, mimics flashcards, vintage flashcards. Kelly has designed the most adorable Fresh Start seals. So these can be punched out. You can cut them out by hand. You can print them on sticker paper. I will show you these in a moment when we talk about all of the printables. Jennifer created a really amazing typewriter quote, and then together we came up with New Habit punch cards, and I will show you an idea for those as well when we go through the printables. Allie made art starts for us, and I designed some smaller flashcards, like little vintage flashcards with the name of the color for this color scheme in each of them. Here is Amanda's version of how to use the printables. Alyssa and I also worked on a couple of additional pocket cards for some motivation. Another version of this beautiful stripe. And then we have a productivity section. This is a planner spread by Christie using the Rad and Happy planner. And then she goes into some detail about her planner setup. Cherie has shared with us how she stores her kits. And Amy from Anchored Design has given us some really fabulous goal setting information. And then on the back, I share with you how you can get to be part of the membership. And then, well, there's a couple of things missing here, but we will, that'll be in the final version. This is obviously a proof, not the final version that you guys will purchase or have access to. And then on the back, we always do something really fun, a fun quote hand lettered by Christie. And I love this quote. I love Dolly Parton. I love the colors. I love the concept because we're all about simple starts for the months of January and February. That is a great quote. So let's talk about the printables. The labels, I've only cut out just a little sampling of the labels, but there are 42 labels total. So you're going to get some with rounded corners, some with grid inside, some small, some large, and then also some circles. So here are a few more of the circles. So these are an add-on. These do not come with the magazine, but they are a separate download. Here are the mini flashcards. So they're pretty small, but they can be used for layering. You can put them in your smaller pockets. You can use them in your smaller projects. They are super fun. Also, the other add-on is this set of tags. So there are 6 tags, and they just mimic the some of the pattern papers from the magazine. This is the quote from Jennifer, so it's pretty big, bigger than normal for her, but she had a lot to say, and I love that. So this one is almost 5 by 5. So that's really super fun. And then the punch cards: eat well, a no TV day, drink water, take a walk, ask for help, no spend day, and take a rest and call a friend. So what you would do is you would just take your little punch, and you could punch right out the middle like that. You could even, if you had a different kind of punch, like a shape, like, like a star punch or something, that would be really fun to use as well. And for me, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, I think this will fit. If this doesn't fit, then I'll just use the hole punch. But I think I'm going to use this slot punch and punch through this part here, and then I'll probably tie it with a string or a ribbon so that I can keep them together. You could also just use a regular hole punch and then use a small binder ring or some twine or something to just keep them together, and then you can punch as you go. Let's do the pocket cards. So some of these are going to be the regular pocket cards and some of them are going to be from the motivational set, but they all coordinate. This one says, I'm doing this because I love myself, not as a punishment for a few bad choices. That could really, it's mostly, you know, for working out or eating healthy, but it could be for anything that you want it to be for. This diagonal stripe, there's this heart pattern, but most of them are kind of grayed out a little bit, not grayed out, but like washed out. And then there's just one that kind of sticks out a little bit more than all the others. Consistent with the definition. At the end of the day, it's just you versus you. Now is a great time. Simple. And there is a start one, but it did not print correctly, so I didn't put it in this video. But just know that it is included. And then this yellow grid. So those are the pocket cards. Here are some of the art starts from Allie. So we've got some squiggly lines. Oh, lots of paint. And I love that she even put the patterned stripe in there. That's so fun. And then there's some glitter heart confetti. Super fun. Stripes and dots. And then here are Kelly's seals. So here is what I did, is I printed them on both sticker paper and cardstock, just because sometimes they really look better on the cardstock. They're also, you can punch them out on the cardstock. You can't punch them out through the sticker paper. But with the sticker paper, some of them are going to look really fun being layered. So I just wanted to have the option. And then here's about the size. I did use, I think I used the 1 1/4. I can't remember. 1 1/4 for these, and they punched out just right. Well, they punched out, you know, as close as possible. There's a little overhang there. But those, the last add-on is a rapid fire questions page. So we used to put these in every single issue, but we do like to change things up a little bit. So I was really excited to kind of go back into the vault and bring this back. I changed it up a little bit. So it's kind of like a Mad Libs where you can fill that out, put a little picture here, and then you can pop this right into your journals. If you have, maybe you're doing a 6x8 personal album, you could always punch holes in the side here, and then you can fold it. Maybe you can decorate the front. I've done that before. You can also fold it in 3s if you're doing a traveler's notebook. So, and you can also print it on copy paper instead of like a cardstock so that it folds a little easier. So there's definitely some options. Don't think that just because it's a full page that you can't use it in your smaller projects. And we did go over all of the printables that are in the magazine, but here are the papers. I'm sorry, we went through all the papers, but here they are in real life. Oh, and one of the things in the printable is that I removed the little the faith and art section starter graphic. So it's just the paper. So that is the typewriter. Here's a pinstripe, the chunky diagonal, a plaid, the hearts, another plaid, funky stars, and a horizontal stripe. So my friends, that is what comes with the magazine. As I explained earlier, some of these things are add-ons, and they are an instant download if you grab them from my shop. Just make sure that if you buy the digital copy of the magazine, all of the printables that come in it are within the PDF. There is no reason for you to buy the additional printables item, because the item for just the printables is sold separately. If you don't want the magazine and you just want it to be like a scrapbooking kit, you are welcome to buy just the printables, but I will not be able to refund your purchase because everything's digital and there are no refunds. If you buy the magazine and you buy the printables, you're kind of just getting duplicates. But if you get into the magazine and you see that free code in there, feel free to download the printables item with your free code, because then you'll just have all the printables in one PDF and it makes it a lot easier to print them. Just don't buy them is all I'm saying. Definitely go in there and find the code. Let me know if you have any questions. I hope that you've enjoyed this little look inside Retro Hit Magazine, issue number 10, Simple Starts theme. And I hope you have a wonderful start of 2020. Talk to you soon.